My name's Tanner Bourgeois. 17 years old, grew up in Westminster, Massachusetts.
My name's Colin McBride. I grew up in Youngstown, Ohio.
My name is Carrie Houle. I'm 46 and I'm from Belchertown, Massachusetts.
My name's Corey Houle. I'm from Belchertown, Massachusetts, and I'm 21 years old.
My name is Eric Gagne. I'm the sales manager for Motorsports International. We're a multi-line power sports dealership in Auburn, Massachusetts. I've been here at the dealership for about 27 years.
My name is Dan Plord, and I am the owner-operator of MX23 Motocross Practice Facility in Brookfield, Mass.
My brother's growing up race moto. My dad was like a professional ice racer back in the day. Just from being a little kid, like 5, 6 years old, started on four-wheelers, went to dirt bike. Ever since then, always been on moto.
Honestly, my parents. So I started racing mountain bikes when I was real young, and that's pretty much all I did growing up was downhill mountain biking. And my father grew up racing motocross, so he's from Ohio, which motocross is huge out there. As soon as I got a dirt bike, I pretty much haven't stopped riding.
It's a good family thing that we do all together. Since our kids were little, we've always taken them, either we've had quads as we've gone older, the kids have gotten dirt bikes, and this year my husband kind of pushed me to try it, and 6 months ago I just started riding, and we do a lot of trail riding, we do some track riding.
My dad, I was probably 5. From there, I've just loved the sport. It's all I do, really. I love following it, watching it, racing it. It's everything I like to do.
Freedom, just being able to race, being able to be out there and just not think about anything but the track. A lot of my family thinks it's risky and dangerous. The more you progress, the better you feel. Gives you something to do, something to keep your body in shape.
I like jumping a lot, so I like hitting big jumps and getting that scary adrenaline rush when you're flying through the air. But what I love the most about it is the speed, honestly. I like going fast, riding something that's got a lot of power.
My husband and I do a lot more riding together than we do with the kids because we do track riding, and it's some good quality time for him and I. I don't think it has to matter whether you're a female or a male to ride. I just ride to my comfortability level until I feel better to ride even, faster.
She got her first bike this year and she's been loving it. It's good to see her out here and be with the rest of us. It's definitely special.
I'm an old bird, 46, and started out riding this year, so I enjoy it.
Something about just going fast and flying through the air. It clears my head kind of. It's my only focus. It's kind of a therapy, The sport's a really mental game. If you think you could do it, you gotta just push through it and do it.
Just the freedom and the stress release that it gives you. I made pro in 1993 and I raced my last national in 2013 when I bought this place.
I broke both wrists, busted some ribs, and bruised my lung, little things like that.
Oh man, I've had a couple close calls on the bike. That's definitely humbled me in a way, because you get real carried away on these things in a way because you get comfortable on them and then you start riding faster and faster and faster. And probably my scariest incident was my very first race ever. I went to Claverack, which is in New York. It's a very local race, but a lot of people go to it. And I came around a corner one time and I was still so new to riding, I completely forgot how to brake, launched off the corner and landed right in a pond.
My new one that we got about 6 months ago has an automatic start, but my old one that I had was a kickstart, and we were riding in the woods and all of a sudden we came across a bear and I kind of freaked out and I could not get my bike started. Luckily the bear went in the woods, but after that I said I need to have an electric start.
Are you seeing that? You go out there and you watch people throw these biggest whips and these crazy stunts, and you want to be like that. You want to be like that person. You have idols and you watch these people and their technique and the way they ride, and you just kind of want to follow that. And everyone in the community is so nice and usually pretty cool.
I think riding moto is good for your soul in a way, because it will humble you as a person altogether. It'll make you stronger, make you more healthy, and make you fitter. You can go and do it with your friends. You can come hang out at the track with not only just the guys you ride with, but you can bring your girlfriend, parents, a little brother, and you can introduce these people to this sport. And then, at the same time, they're like, oh, that looks a little looks a little frightening, but at the same time, they learn to love it like you do.
I love it. All the family, my boys, I have 3 boys, and my husband, we all sit and watch motocross racing in the winter. I didn't think I would ever, if you said this 5-10 years ago that I would be riding a dirt bike, I would have said no way.
Motocross continues, to get more popular, as far as like the professional ranks, with people involved with watching the sport. The popularity keeps on growing. Well, the pandemic created a lot of demand as people started not going to school, not going to work, and they had free time. And we saw spikes in sales for the last couple of years, in those categories, so much so that dealership showroom inventories were wiped out.
The last couple of years has been an explosion, because I think with COVID hitting and people, the fear of death maybe of COVID, of possibly not being here longer than they anticipate, that they want to live their life and want to do everything that they've always wanted to do, and maybe that's riding dirt bikes. I'm a little concerned with the electric motorcycles coming out, because it really will take away from the experience of going to a national race or a local race and hearing the engines and the gas, the smell of the gas, the race fuel, the shifting, the braking, the clutch, all the things that a motorized dirt bike you need to learn how to ride very well.